Everybody, we are back with another review, and today we got a special treat. There's a lot of special treats on this channel, but today we're doing a challenge. Today we're doing a Funko challenge. We're just getting out of quarantine right now, so I figure what better way to stir the Funko pot than to get people involved with their collections, and they don't have to spend any money doing it. So this is going to be the Funko Fave 5 challenge, and basically what it's going to be is going to be 5 things. We're going to go through all 5 of them right now. I'm going to challenge 2 people at the end of the video. And then those 2 people are going to go through their 5, and then they'll challenge 2 people, and then so on and so forth. And hopefully this thing spreads a little bit, gets some traction in the community, and gets some people back making videos, getting excited about Funko Pops again, and kind of maybe retracking their brain back towards normalcy versus how everything's been the past few months. Let's just say that. So without further ado, let's hop right into this review, because today we're going to be doing the Fab 5 challenge, and number 1 on the list is going to be my favorite paint application. So a lot of pops in the collection. I'd have to say my favorite paint application is a newer pop, actually, and that one is going to be PX exclusive Thanos. This is a pretty sick pop. Pop this one out the box. I actually got this one from Stop Pop and Roll. Mark over at Stop Pop and Roll. Minty, beautiful. And what better way to talk about a paint app than to actually show it off. So check this out. This is sick. Look at that paint app on Thanos right there. I like the metallic. It's really nice. I like the shading they did under the eyes. Perfect. I love the base set, how they painted the base. The stones, everything on this is awesome. I'd have to say this is probably my most impressive paint app out of the entire collection. I just think they did such a great job with classic Thanos here, comic book Thanos, with the brilliant blue and the brilliant gold. Love it. I think this is definitely my favorite one so far. So we're gonna put this off to the side up here, and then we're gonna move on to number 2. And number 2 is an interesting one. Number 2 is gonna be, what's your favorite glow pop in your collection? So this one was actually a tie, and it was a tie. Glow Ratfink and Glow Professor Radium Batman. So let's pop these out of the pop shields here. We'll check these out now. The Ratfink I got from Sin over at the Sin Den. The box just popped right open. Begged for me to pull them out. So we can make some room here. We're gonna have blister packs just packing up on each other. So this is the Ratfink, and all the green part that you see, it glows this really like irradiated green. It looks really awesome, especially once you charge it up. I usually charge mine up for probably about 30 minutes or so in front of the light before I actually, and you also need complete darkness in the room when you actually take a photo of them, because if there's any light at all, the camera won't, it'll react to that light, and it won't actually capture an HD photo of your glow pop in the dark. So it's hard to take, it's hard to have your camera focus in the dark if there is any light source at all. I mean, even if it's something coming through the crack of a door or something like that, any type of light at all, it will definitely mess the camera up for sure, because it's hard to take pictures of those pops in the dark, in the absolute darkness. Here's Professor Radium. I got this one from Larry, #Larry. And this one glows really cool too. This one kind of has more, like, as you can kind of see the differences in colors here, this one does have a more of a yellow glow, and this one has more of like a neon green glow. But needless to say, these are my, I mean, Human Torch, Glow Human Torch was probably, it would probably be 3rd right here, but these 2 were definitely tied for 1st. I mean, the brilliance of these 2 when they're charged up and glowing, I mean, I love them. They're yeah, it's probably the 2 best glowing toys I've ever seen. Maybe besides Tiny Ghost. The Tiny Ghost, the Bem Toy Tiny, those have a pretty good glow. But this is, yeah, needless to say, this is a really good glow on these 2. So it was a tie for me, but I'd say my 2 favorite glow pops would be the glow-in-the-dark Ratfink and the Professor Radium Batman. So 3rd one on the list is going to be either your favorite flocked pop or your favorite metallic pop. Now for me, I like the flockage, so we're going to go with Smokey the Bear, Hot Topic exclusive, flocked. So this is pop him out the pop shield here. Put that off to the side. We'll just let's do the bottom actually. Since we don't have Excalibur here, we'll do that through the bottom. Put that off to the side, and let's check out flocked Smokey. So this is, I think, personally, I think this is the best flocked pop in my collection that they have dropped, period. I love the way that they have the non-flocked and flocked parts on him, like his jeans, the shovel, his eyes. I love how they have the multiple areas flocked on his face. They even have the mouth done in there. I mean, they pay attention to detail on this is awesome. The feet, I mean, it just looks good. And it's a nice color and shade of brown that when it's flocked, it actually looks almost like fur. I don't know. So the flocked Smokey the Bear, I'd have to say, is definitely my favorite flocked pop in my collection. Maybe second would be flocked blue, maybe. Blue Bear from Tailspin, but flocked Smokey coming in there at number 3 for my favorite flocked pop. So number 4 is something that evolved. It originally was going to be, what was your favorite chase? And I said, well, maybe not a lot of people have a lot of chases in their collection. And I think Path of Least Resistance for me, I said, why don't I say, what's your favorite 6-inch or 10-inch pop? So what's your favorite 6-inch or 10-inch pop is number 4 on the list. And that one is going to be, for me, 10-inch Boba Fett. 10-inch Boba Fett right here from the 40th Empire Strikes Back anniversary. We're actually not going to need to take this one out the box because we already got one out the box right here. So from the 40th anniversary of the Empire Strikes Back, they dropped this entire wave of all these Empire pops, Boba Fett being one of them, and this is so sick. I got the Artist Series black and red one that Funko ended up dropping last year, and they made smaller versions, 4-inch pop versions of those that they dropped. But this 10-inch pop, by far, is going to be my favorite one from my collection. Love Boba Fett. Love the way that they did this figure. I love the weathering they did on the cape. I love the weathering they did on the body. I love the weathering they did on the helmet. I love all the things about the way that they took the character and made it into pop form. They did it and executed it perfectly with this. And having this guy sitting on my desk, I have him, the red and the black, on my desk, lined up next to each other. It just looks great. And yeah, I love the 10-inch Boba Fett figure. I think this is probably going to be one of my favorite pops of 2020 so far. So we'll see what else they drop for the rest of the year. But so far, I got a 10-inch pop as my favorite pop so far for 2020. So that's going to be number 4 as my favorite 6 or 10-inch pop. So last one on the list is going to be, what's your favorite sculpt? Like, what's your favorite pop sculpt in regards to how it was made, if it was a movie moment, a pop ride, just the pop itself. If you think that they nailed it in regards to how spot on it is to maybe the character in the comic, the movie, or whatever pop culture icon that you are talking about, the sculpt of the pop. And you might see what I'm talking about here in a second. So my number 1 top sculpt is definitely going to be Venomized Hulk. Absolutely. This has got to be one of my favorite sculpts in my collection for sure. We're going to pop him out the pop shield here. Yeah, absolutely. Whoever designed this pop and came up with the creation process of this pop, they deserve some kind of a raise or something, because, wow, absolutely. Let's slide him out the box here. Yeah, look at that pop. I mean, how sick is this pop? Look at this thing. When I reviewed this pop and I took it out the box for the first time and I was gushing over it, I couldn't believe how awesome this pop was once I took it out the box, and to like actually get the sheer magnitude of the work that went into designing this pop. I mean, you've got the tentacle going all over him. He's got the tongue coming out. He's got the teeth sticking up. They're not actually stuck to the head. They're recessed, actually. Look at that. Beautiful. I mean, look at the claws. You got the symbiote slime just kind of gooing off of him on the sides there. And it's classic comic book Hulk, which is awesome. Love seeing classic comic book Hulk in pop form. And seeing him venomized is absolutely gnarly. So when it comes to sculpt, this is just my particular take. I mean, I thought that they did a really good job on this. They put a lot of time into it. Something versus like a Batman, which has like the same sculpt pretty much every time, and they just kind of change things in the color and the metallic and the chrome and the glow in the dark and whatever. Something like this took time. They put effort into this thing. I mean, they put the effort into the original design of that as well. But this, like, I mean, I feel like this surpassed pretty much any pop that I have in my collection when it comes to sculpt-wise. I mean, off the top of my head, and I looked through every pop that I have, and I said, man, it has to be the Venomized Hulk. It's going to be Venomized something. It's either going to be Eddie Brock turning into Venom, or it's going to be Venomized Hulk. But I'll be dead set this is going to be the one for sure. This was my favorite pop of 2019. So, I mean, yeah, it's definitely going to be the best sculpt in my collection for sure. So, Venomized Hulk in there at number 1. So, a quick review of everything we got here. We got my favorite paint application is going to be Venomized Thanos. Or Venomized Thanos. It's going to be comic book Snap Thanos. And then moving on to the glow. My favorite glow is going to be Ratfink and Professor Radium Batman at a tie there because they glow equally as brilliant. And then number 3 is going to be my favorite flockage or metallic pop, and that's going to be Smokey the Bear for my favorite flocked pop in my collection. So yeah, Smokey the Bear is probably one of my also other favorite pops in my collection. I would say all the ones that they put out of him. So next one on the list was going to be my 6-inch or 10-inch pop, and my favorite one is Boba Fett in my collection, a new edition. And last but not least is going to be my favorite sculpt, which is going to be Venomized Hulk. That is absolutely, by far, yeah, this guy stays out of box for sure. I have one that stays out of box. This one I kept in the box, but this one is one that's definitely stays out of box on the shelf all the time because of how awesome this particular pop is. So why don't you let me know down in the comments below what your fave 5 are. And now it's time for me to challenge 2 other people. So I'm going to be challenging Sin over at the Sin Den. He always challenges me with stuff. Whenever he gets challenged, he always picks me first to challenge. So I'm going to pick you, dude, first. You're going to have to go challenge 2 other people, and you're going to have to tell us your fave 5. But my second person I want to challenge is Mr. B Cobb, the man, the myth, the mustache himself, Mr. B Cobb over at B Cobb Stash. So I want to hear his fave 5 as well, and then he gets to challenge 2 other people. So this is a pretty legit challenge. I'm glad I got to pull these pops out, and I got to actually pull some of my favorite pops out and show you guys why I like them. So show me your favorite 5 pops, and yeah, use the hashtag I'm going to leave down in the title here below the video. It's going to be hashtag FunkoFave5. That's it. So B-Cobb, Sin, I look forward to your rebuttal videos. And yeah, everybody let me know down in the comments below what your fave 5 are. I'll leave a pinned comment down there with the 5 prompts, and then you can just fill them in if you want in another comment down there and let us all know what your fave 5 are. And yeah, give this video a thumbs up. And if you want more content like this, subscribe for more because I do reviews every single day. So look out for that, and have a great rest of your day.